Well, good Sunday morning, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here. And we know the football gods are awake, but I am a creature of habit, so I've got to, do everything the way I do it. So as we sit here, guys, I don't know if you realize this, but we are 39 days, 9 hours, 25 minutes away from kickoff against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I've been saying, if you've been watching my morning videos, that I think that the Dallas Cowboys will win that game against Tampa Bay. And I know y'all are saying, you're crazy, dude. You know what? There's so many things that are unknown out there. There's so many changes that are going to happen. The thing that's going to be interesting is there's no film out on the Dallas Cowboys defense. Everybody's thinking that the Cowboys defense is going to be terrible. The talking heads out there, of course, still believe that a team can't get better in one off season. They just seem to be that the Cowboys defense will be exactly the same as they were last year. And I say, you've had a complete turnover in the roster, just about on the defense. You have guys that are gunning for position. You have guys who they thought were going to be starters that are on the bubble. We looked at just a few months ago and saying, oh man, we got Tristan Hill. He started stepping up last year. He might be pretty good this year. And thus far, Tristan Hill is on the outside looking in, still on the PUP list. But we have all these other guys that have been out there being able to put in the work that seem to be way ahead of where Tristan Hill is. It would not be a surprise if Tristan Hill does not make the team. Wouldn't be a surprise if he did. But this goes to show you the amount of talent change that has happened for the Cowboys in just that amount of time. So here's one of the questions you have to ask, because there's always guys that come out of left field that you don't expect to have the seasons. You have a guy who may have been okay, and then they have a breakout year. To me, if we take the defense side, and we'll deal with the offensive side another time, the breakout person that I think we're finally going to see is Randy Gregory, who's finally broken out of the NFL jail. This is crazy to think about. Randy Gregory is 28 years of age. 28, and this is only his second training camp. I'm not saying Randy Gregory has set the world on fire in the times that he's played, but you have to understand that he has been literally coming in cold. Last year could have had greater numbers had he been given more opportunities. But unfortunately, it seemed to be a thing against Randy Gregory on being able to, get opportunities. He never got to start a single game last year, even as Aldon Smith was kind of going downhill. But we finally have Randy Gregory there in training camp. And you're beginning to see him being able to just make move after move after move. And you start saying, whoa. And it seems like, because it's been very rarely that we've heard Randy Gregory speaking, how he is in such a good place right now and how he is thankful for the Cowboys still holding on to him and believing in him and giving him the opportunity and wanting to prove the doubters out there that he can be really, really good. It was interesting listening to this interview about Randy Gregory, and I wanted to play a little bit of it because you start to get a little taste of the person that is Randy Gregory, kind of a gentle giant off the field.
Ladies and gents. I'm not gonna let the lady go first. Go ahead. Go ahead.
David goes first.
Age. Your age.
Okay.
Just your overall excitement coming into this camp, kind of the groundwork you've laid coming in here, and you feel this is the best chance to show who you are as a player going into a season that you've had?
I definitely feel more confident. I think that's obviously going to go up the more I get reps and the more we get some games, under my belt. But I feel great. My body feels great. I got some little dings here and there that I'm working through, much like everybody else. But picking up on the playbook real well. Trying to give it my all during practice, trying to, push the other guys, and I think we're doing a real good job right now.
What did you miss the most about not having, now that you're back in camp, that's kind of, I remember this. I like this part of it.
Just being around the guys, I think a lot of times I would get there late, and obviously last year I did, and COVID being around, it was different deal for all of us, but just being around the guys and, sitting around, we play games and stuff, that's stuff I didn't do before. Just being a student of the game, being able to sit down with the coaches and really getting down the playbook, and just dedicating all our time to football, and just kind of Xing all the other stuff out of our life and really focusing in.
What does it say about you and your journey during the winter?
Look, it was a surprise for me too. I saw it, and I wasn't really expecting that. But I think that it says a lot about my journey as far as my growth. I think 5 years ago, this would never even be a conversation. I didn't have any sort of leadership skills, and even right now I'm still working on those things. One of my things is just being more vocal. I haven't been very good at that in the past, and I'm trying to do that around the guys, and I think I'm doing a good job of it. Next is, obviously putting good product on the field, making sure I know what I need to do, so I actually look like a leader and act like a leader.
That also says a lot about what they think of you.
Definitely.
You talk about your own role, but obviously they have a different view of you as well.
Definitely, I think they do. I truly believe the Joneses, as far as the front office, I think they really saw this in me before, even if I didn't see it in myself. It just kind of obviously took time to get there. But I truly believe that AD and Dan Quinn and the rest of the defensive staff and even all the coaches in general, I like to think they think highly of me. And I try to do the right thing on and off the field right now. And like I said, putting the leadership skills to test and just trying to lead the guys in the way I know how. I'm not going to be the rah-rah guy. Every guy leads in his own way. And I just kind of have to find my role in that,
How much of the D-line was getting after the quarterback? A lot of sacks.
That's every day. It is. Look, we understand where we were at last year, the guys that were on the team, and obviously the guys that saw us play last year. We weren't a very good defense at all. I think we were the worst in the league, right? So, almost the worst. So, for us, we just got to go out there and build on each day, and that's what, Dan Quinn talks about all the time, and that's what we're doing. As far as the D-line goes, just getting our conditioning and getting after the quarterback, trying to learn different moves, and really rushing as one, as opposed to everyone just going out there doing their own thing.
Give me a self-confidence part. How much is growth of self-confidence part of that?
It's a big part of it. I think it starts with that. I think you have to be comfortable with yourself, confident in yourself, and in times in the past, I was a very anxious individual, I was a guy that had low self-esteem, and I didn't do very well in situations like this, or situations where I had to bring out my leadership skills and really be confident in myself. And like I said, being confident on the field and off the field, they kind of go hand in hand. And when I'm doing well on one end, I think I'll do well on the other.
Randy, how is Dan's coaching style similar or different to coaches you've worked with in the past? You talked about being a student of the game. What's it been like learning?
He's real good with the details. He's going to push and get the best out of you. Best way I could put it, I was always a big fan of Coach Marinelli when he was here, and he's very similar to him and Coach Richard, and I think they're all kind of. I think Richard and him probably worked together at some point. So, he's intense. He's genuine. smart guy. You know, he wants the best for you, and he's going to put the guys out there that are going to help us win games that, you know, deserve to be out there. And, you know, each and every day he's pushing us to be the best we can be, and that's all you can ask for in a coach.
Frustrating thing last year that, you know, you didn't get a chance to play as much as you want to. And
No, I mean, like I said before, you know, everybody wants to play. I wanted to play, obviously. You know, I had my chances, and I think I did a good job during those chances. And, you know, big thing this year is just getting more of those chances and being able to go out there and produce.
And Randy, you talked about being on the leadership committee and the journey that you took trying to get there. Did you have your doubts that you would ever get to the point where you are today, standing here, and the way your life is, I want to say, turned around a little bit for you?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has their doubts here and there.
Well, people have doubts about you, but did you have doubts that you could do?
I didn't have doubts that I look, you know, I still have a lot to prove. Let's not, you know, I think there's a lot of talk going around right now. I really believe I'm having a good off season, but there's still a lot to prove on the field. And so I don't want to sit here and say that, you know, oh, did you ever doubt that you'd get here? I still feel like I haven't really truly arrived, you know, so there's a lot for me to do. You know, with that said, I still want to give myself a pat on the back. I really feel like I deserved it, and I've worked hard to get to this point. And you know, from this point on, I just gotta, like I said, put some good play on the field and stay out of trouble, which I'm trying to do, and be the guy that everyone expects me to be, and I expect myself to be.
Given that fact, how do you go about goal setting for this year? And if you have set goals, what can you share?
Well, look, you know, I'm a team guy. I think. You know, my biggest goal is for us to play championship football, whatever form that is, and, you know, obviously win a Super Bowl. I think that's the main goal. And I feel like, you know, if we're able to do that, the stats and everything everyone else gets caught up in, they're going to come. Yeah, I really, truly believe that. So not really focused on those goals. They're in the back of my head. Yeah, I mean, obviously I want to you know, be the player I know I can be, but yeah, I truly believe I'm going to get there. But first starts with the team and getting some wins and getting comfortable around the guys.
How many guys are on the leadership council? Do you know what it entails?
I don't really know exactly what it entails. I guess I can kind of guess at it, but it's a couple handful of guys. Yeah.
Randy, how different is your body from when you got here in 2015?
Just older, stronger.
Older and stronger.
Needs a little bit more. You know, I got to get a little bit more treatment. Yeah, I'm going into my 7th year, but you know, it's really like my 4th, and so you know, I still feel young. Still can do all the things I could do before and more, but I just got to take care of myself a little bit more. Definitely able to hold weight a lot better, and hold up against the run, you know, sometimes. So, but yeah, I'm still.
58. I don't know. Is that the right number?
What's that?
It lists you at 258.
It's a good number. Yeah.
258.
Good number.
That's a good number.
So far that going against Tyron Smith and all the practices probably seems like kind of like a pain in the ass. But how
Definitely.
for you? What's that experience like?
Pain in the ass. Yeah. I told him earlier. You know, we just got done with the walkthrough. And I said, you know, it's a good day when I don't have to go against you. You know, it's a lot easier day. He's a good player, but you know, you obviously want to play against guys like that in practice. They're going to make you better, and I hope I make him better also. But yeah, he used to beat up on me when I was younger, and you know, it's a battle now, and it's fun, you know. So we're only going to make each other better, but definitely, yeah, it's nice when you don't have to play against him. Tyron? Just what he sees when with my approach in the pass rush, and you know, I was asking him as far as you know, his sets, and you know, he sets different, and every offensive tackle have different things that they do that help them in their game. Tyron's real good about, you know, staying square in his set and getting to where he needs to get as far as the point of attack, and for me, it's about getting to the point of attack as quick as I can and getting better with my hands. I think one of the biggest things for me is my hand usage. When I was younger, I always wanted to run around guys, avoided contact, and use my athleticism. And now it's about really engaging with the guys and using my hands along with my athleticism and speed and all other things that I think I'm good at.
Brandon, you talked about CD and number 88 and the heritage of that number here with the Cowboys. For your number with DeMarcus Ware, Charles Haley, do you carry any of that with you to try and live up at all, or did you in the past, or something you think about it all?
I would say in the past I did. It's not to say that I don't realize the importance of the number. I really do, but I don't get caught up in all those numbers. I wish I could have a single digit. I really do, but I wore 4 in college, and Dak's not giving that up, and I don't think the Joneses are going to let me change my number right now anyway. So I'm good with what I got.
You said before that you're not focused on your contract, and you're really talking about as long as it's a good off season and you haven't officially arrived. Do you feel like timing of your contract, this being a contract year, does time up well for you?
Well, I think anybody, that play, in a contract year, they're going to heighten their play on the field, and I think that's going to be the same case with me. But I truly don't get caught up in the contract talk. Like I said before, I don't think I deserve the right to sit there and talk about contracts right now. I'm perfectly happy with the amount of money I make. I really am. And like I said, if I go out there and do what I need to do and we get the wins we expect to get, then the money will come in the future.
How's the field surface been for you? It seems like
it sucks.
Yeah. What's it been like?
I mean, it sucks. The Wi-Fi here sucks. I can't make phone calls in my room. I hope the Joneses don't get mad, but yeah, I mean the grass. Damn. Look, I'm a pass rusher, so I like turf. As bad as it is on our knees, I like to rush on turf. You get to really dig in the ground. So I don't really like the grass, and it's been real dewy and wet lately. So that's just one of the things you just got to deal with as a player,
Thanks, Randy. He loves Oxnard, by the way. I love Oxnard.
Oh, damn. He just dogged out Oxnard. Okay. I have to tell you that, with the stadium called AT&T and having experienced and gone there many times and stuff and trying to live stream it, the tailgate parties and everything else, I hate to say it, but the Cowboys, they fail you when it comes to Wi-Fi. Now, I'm glad that they got their stuff together because before when they do press conferences, it was always that, you get the freeze up, and it's like, is that my end or that their end? They've got at least that part down pat. But Randy Gregory literally just said, it sucks. We got grass out here. It's got dew on it. I like playing on turf because it's like a track. The Wi-Fi is terrible. Can't make phone calls in my room and everything else. But, he does love Oxnard. He does love Oxnard. But a couple of things I want to touch on that he said in there. It's like his contract. We know he is at the tail end of his contract where he's getting paid chump change in comparison to a lot of players out there. And he realizes if I go out there and I take care of my business, then I will be fine when it comes to contract. That'll take care of itself. The thing I need to worry about is me doing me. If I do that, then I will be okay. Other things out there is when you listen to him speak, to me, he seems like he is so relaxed and it's so at ease with everything that's going on. He's calm. He's cool. And, this may be the maturity that has set in. Of course, now that he is older, he is 28, although he doesn't have the miles on him because of being in NFL jail for so many times. You have to realize you're still 28 years old. And as I can tell you, I personally understand as you get older, it's harder and harder to recover from things. But when you see him actually out on the practice field, with the exception of when Tyron Smith threw him with the left arm, and a lot of that may have been that he's out of balance because when you are running that edge, your body is trying to make that curve that if you get hit the right angle, you can go flying all over the place. But he's got so much speed, so much quickness, and so much agility that you look forward to him possibly being that guy that really and truly breaks out for the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know about you, but I'm really excited about him. I'm actually very happy for him and hope that, you know, what we've seen so far continues into the season and he starts out week 1 in 39 days getting after Tom Brady and saying, hello, I've been waiting for you. And with that being said, we've got a whole lot to work on, guys. We have the Cowboys that will be on practice field in a couple of hours, taking care of business as always. They're off tomorrow. Practice on Tuesday, travel day on Wednesday, and then Thursday we will be there at the Pro Football Hall of Fame with the Dallas Cowboys in their first preseason action. Guys, ladies, it's time to start ramping it up. It is the first day of August, and the season will be here quick. So you know how we roll.
Our coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being